On the spot news media, we got the latest news. We don't care about the views, we just representing right. Put local news internationally every night. On the spot, wave that Jamaican flag from left to right. Let's get it right, y'all know the type. We ain't dealing with the hype, we make it take flight.
Yeah, man, my viewers and subscribers, what go on? A blessed and wonderful Saturday morning to each and every person out there tuning into On The Spot News Media. Now, my peeps, I don't know how we do it over on this side each and every morning. We have to give thanks and praise to the Most High Creator for the preservation of life, because life is indeed the greatest. So in the morning, my peeps, I have a few stories to share with you, the regular members of Chan Public and also members of the diaspora. So please like the video, share the video, watch the entire vlog, so you can get a full understanding and a better appreciation of everything we are going in Jamaica. So watch this now, my peeps, to the name Saturday, the day when some of the ones and ones them step out in the streets to go and worship. So happy Sabbath to the ones and ones them attending church in the morning, yeah. Please remember On The Spot News Media's loyal viewers and subscribers in your immediate prayers. You definitely see how Jamaica run, so you know for sure. So we need that now more than ever. And to all of the ones and ones them traversing the streets, going to the market district, you don't know if you pick up a little skelly and a little time to make sure so the soup pot well beveled on a certain type of way. Just go and stay safe whilst you travel upon the gravel. And if you're just going about your regular lawful business, stay safe, same way, but continue to look out on the corner here, cause the old dirty corner boy them always out there. Alerts, yeah man, me I tell you. So watch this now, my peeps. We're gonna kick it off over there in the St. Andrews South Police Division, where the Hunts Bay Police is seeking the assistance of the public to identify the body of a female that was removed from a gully in Seaview Gardens, Kingston 11, yesterday morning. Now the body was in the nude and also in a state of advanced decomposition. Residents reported smelling a foul odor on Thursday and alerted the lawmen to it. Upon the arrival of the police, the remains of the woman was seen floating. A senior officer from Hunts Bay stated that the body was not removed until yesterday morning, as the area was extremely dark and had to seek the assistance of the Jamaica Fire Brigade. Now the body was removed to the morgue for post-mortem. Now anybody will have any family member we're missing, please check the Hunts Bay Police and see if you can identify that person as that of your missing family. Condolences to the bereaved families. Now we're going to flick it over there in the St. Catherine South Police Division, Portmore for sure, where police attached to the St. Catherine South Police on Tuesday recovered a bag containing an illegal gun and also a magazine in an open lot in Greater Portmore, St. Catherine. It is reported that a team conducted a snap raid operation in an open lot near the community of Gortuka, where 3 men were seen. Upon the approach of the policeman, the men ran and allegedly dropped a bag. The police stated that the bag was retrieved and a 9mm Browning pistol, presently on your screen, with a magazine was found inside it. Head of the St. Catherine South Police Division, Senior Superintendent Christopher Phillips, stated that the operation was part of the ongoing initiatives to go after wanted men, persons of interest, guns and drugs. Now that was another decent spot of work again by the squad of them. Yeah man. So we're gonna flick it on over there in the neighboring police division of the St. Catherine North Police Division, where they have made several attempts to these criminal elements and is appealing to them again to turn themselves over to the law enforcement before Officer Yeman Pick and team is deployed to go get them. Now this is a warning again, my peeps, before the canning. Yeah man. So on your screen is the list of criminal elements. Number 1, Dean Norman, otherwise known as Max. Now this man has been on St. Catherine North most wanted list for quite some time. Now, I'm really wondering if this man is still among the land of the living or if he's still on the island of Jamaica, because I want to know how them can find this brother here. This brother here has been making St. Catherine North most wanted list for quite some time. Now, next on your screen is Horace Duane. He's of a Pusey district in Point Hill, St. Catherine. Duane is wanted for a hold on and take and some serious sexual offenses. Now, the third man presently on your screen is known as Junior Brown. He's of a Springvale address in Bagwalk, St. Catherine, and also Greendale and Manchester. This man is wanted for knockings and clappings that resulted in the loss of life of a man. Now, the fourth criminal element to make this listing is this man presently on your screen, who has since been identified as Brian King, otherwise known as Marlon King in the streets. King is from a Fletcher's Land address in Kitson, St. Catherine. This criminal element is wanted for knockings and clappings that resulted in the loss of life of some people. Now, the next man presently on your screen is known as Oswald Kelly. He's of a Cedar Place address in Spanish Town, St. Catherine. Kelly is wanted for illegal possession of firearm, unlawful possession of property, and possession of forged documents. Now, these criminal elements are being asked by the police to turn themselves in forthwith. Persons are also being reminded that it is a crime to harbor fugitives, as you too will find yourself behind bars or at the wrong end of the stick if Officer Yeman Pick and team is deployed. Yeah, man. So another word to the wise, which is always sufficient. Now we are going to flick it over there in the neighboring parish of Senton. You don't know, say Senton at the Garden Parish. And what we see are going down there right now, the whole heap of knockings and clappings will continuously result in the loss of life of some people is definitely not good, as Senton is one of our country's tourism hub. Now, 22 knockings and clappings go on at Senton. 22 people end up losing them 3 pints in the parish as of April 12. Now, when we compare that to the 14 for the same period last year, that not look good. And that represents a 30% increase in fatalities in that parish. Now we're going to hear from the man who is in charge of crime in the St. Ann Police Division. Deputy Superintendent of Police Linton Bailey, as he weighs in and basically give us an update on crime and violence affecting his police division. Listen.
These murders are committed right across the parish. The hotspot area that we have, we would have the most potential for violence. Those are not the areas at this time giving us the issues. They are well policed. Some of these murders, they are coming from, a lot of them are from land disputes. And these land disputes is not necessarily over paperwork, but is over possession. So we intend to analyze and have the proper intervention in these matters. You'll be seeing us coming out in your communities with lawyers and legal professionals so we can impact these activities.
But Mr. Deputy Superintendent, you don't sound so hot at all. And I'm pretty sure the regular members of Chan Public is in agreement with what I'm saying. You don't sound like you're ready for the hot seat that you're placed in. Sometimes they place these senior officers based on their rank, giving them a certain task that they are not equipped or ready for. You have to be a hardened ops officer to be an ops officer in any parish in Jamaica, because every single nook and cranny well hot. Yeah, man. Now the PM, yeah, man, Prime Minister Andrew Holness have sound warnings to criminals targeting security companies carrying cash. Yeah, man, the PM a lash out upon them wicked. Now watch this. The PM is saying that it will become their worst nightmare. Now, that's the word from Andrew Holness to the criminals them where carry out the brazen attacks against security companies. So we're going to hear from the PM as he weighs in on this latest spate of robberies. Listen.
I take heart in the fact that the brazen crimes that have been committed targeting our security industry, the armored vehicle cash delivery segment of the industry, that those brazen crimes have not gone unsolved. Just today, it was announced that another suspect has been held, and the police have dramatically improved their investigative and intelligence gathering capabilities. So I will say to those criminals who feel that they are going to benefit from the robbery, that is not going to be the case. It will become your worst nightmare. The police have been working overtime here to try and bring the problem under control. I've had very long conversations with the Commissioner of Police about this challenge here, and I've been assured that resources have been mobilized to treat with the problem. The police have been very strategic. They don't always say what they're doing, but I know what they're doing, and they're going to find you one by one, and you will be brought before the justice system of the country.
That was the voice of Prime Minister of Jamaica, Andrew Holness, as he was speaking Friday morning in Northeast Manchester during a handing over ceremony under the new social housing development program, now still in the parish of Manchester. The police have also imposed curfews in 5 Manchester communities to stem further reprisals following a knockings and clappings upsurge in that particular parish, to include a double knockings and clappings that resulted in the loss of life of 2 people in South Central Manchester. The curfews, which began on Tuesday at 6 p.m. will continue until 8 a.m. Thursday, February 23. The communities under curfew is Old England, Georges Valley, Richmond, Mayday and Newhall and surrounding areas. A reliable source stated that on February 13, a knockings and clappings took place of a man known as Aldo Scott, otherwise known as Chukum, following a party in Old England, which resulted in an increase of security concerns in that community and surrounding areas. Police theorized that knockings and clappings of Scott led to the reprisal in Kendall, believed to be gang-related. Now on February 15, 2 days after Scott lose Theme 3 Pints, Damian Robinson, otherwise known as Bleachers, a resident of Miketown in Manchester, and also Shamai Bora, age 22, otherwise called Shemi, and Gurley, a resident of Common Pen in St. Elizabeth, lose Theme 3 Pints whilst leaving a party. Now, some business operators are, however, opposed to the curfews. Shopkeepers in Georges Valley and Mayday stated that Tuesday, when the curfew began, those measures will most definitely be affecting their businesses. Boy, I mean, I tell you, the thing rough in my peeps, but guess what? Something have to give. Once you decide so we are going to fight crime, a lot of people are going to end up feel the pinch, but it is for the betterment of you all in the long run. Yeah, man, I just saw the thing set around a John shop right now. Now over there in the western end of the island, you don't know, so the parish of St. James will not be left out of the news no time soon. Now the police in St. James have seized this 9mm pistol presently on your screen in Bogue Hill, St. James on Thursday afternoon. It is reported that sometime around 3 p.m. a team of officers attached to the Freeport police station carried out an operation in Bogue Hill. During the operation, an open lot was searched and the pistol was discovered hidden in an old refrigerator. No one was arrested in connection with that seizure. And still in the parish of St. James, a knockings and clappings go on upon Chovy and take the life of a man. Now the police have identified that man who was taken out in a hail of bullets by criminal elements in Anchovy, St. James on Thursday evening. He has since been identified as 42-year-old Valroe Scott, otherwise called General Eagle or Jenna, are said to be construction worker of Anchovy Meadows. Now, the Anchovy police stated that sometime around 5:30 p.m., Scott was riding his bicycle along Cotton Tree Heights in Anchovy when he was ambushed and conned up multiple times by armed criminals. The police were summoned, and upon their arrival, Scott was discovered suffering from multiple corner wounds to the chest, head and feet. He was, however, taken to the Cornwall Regional Hospital where he was pronounced you know what. So Montego Bay again is on the knockings and clappings side of things. So when it comes on to my Bay, my peeps, let us not be surprised as anything goes in that particular police division. Now, still in the western end of the island, the Westmoreland Police is presently investigating 2 knockings and clappings committed in separate incidents in the parish. Now on your screen is 30-year-old Adrian Miller. This man was taken out in a hail of bullets in Banbury, Morgan's Bridge in the parish. The police report suggests that sometime around 6:20 a.m. in the morning, Mr. Miller was riding his bicycle to work when he was attacked by criminal elements. It is said that the criminal elements were traveling in a white Toyota Axio motor car who opened fire, hitting him all over the upper body and head. The police were alerted to the scene. Mr. Miller was, however, transported to the hospital, but he did not make it out alive. Yeah, man, may I tell you, them deal with the situation a certain type of way. Now, in the second incident, this man presently on your screen, who has since been identified as Reynard Palmer, was fatally taken out in a hail of bullets at his house at Cottage in Little London. His silver Toyota Axio motor vehicle was reportedly taken by his attackers. The incident occurred sometime around 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Investigators have recovered 14 spent casing from that scene. So basically the man them give him a sizzler. Watch it make we empty the clip on them type of situation. Yeah man, these criminal elements are brazen. We don't really know the characters of the deceased men as yet, but as always, On The Spot News Media will always keep a close watch on these incidents as we try to unravel these criminal elements from their hiding places. Now my peeps, just continue to like, share, subscribe to the channel. Stay tuned to On The Spot News Media as I continue to bring you fresh news and updates in subsequent newscasts. On The Spot News Media. Yeah man.